It feels like it's been forever, but we have finally reached the final version, final video, final monster, final whatever, the final one of the new anniversary super epics. This video featuring Moltarion. Now, I was the most excited for him because I thought this was such an interesting mechanic, and I played around with it and it didn't do well. I think a lot of my like front line wasn't great, and I was just like trying exclusively to get Moltarion to work and wasn't really paying attention to like anything else. So you might see some not great teams, you might see some unfortunate plays, but whatever, that's how these videos work. We all know this. Moltarion, when he's on your field, he's just an auto protector, right? He has Elm Omnicide, as they all do, Giga Blaze, Sleep Bomb, and then this Molten Gift. Now, Moltarion's like big thing, as you can see, is after 250 seconds have passed since the start of the battle, what he does is he will reduce your entire line's health by half. So all of their health by half. So as you saw, they take damage and they all drop in health. So I thought, wow, that's really unique, really interesting, really cool, really exciting. I wonder how I can use it. Some things that came to mind, of course, were these desperate moves. I was using Vertirexis. I was using mainly Knight Rider with Desperate All and Instant Overwatch because that will activate as well. I thought about doing some things with Razor Storm and doing like, people do the cannibalize with Siberius. They cannibalize like a Pafoxin, and then one monster enters and then Razor Storm enters, and they have like a lava entrance, so you get a team turn. I thought about doing stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the Knight Rider thing was the most fun, so that's what I settled on. And then I was using Ian Rax and Nova Drake and Pandronorka behind him because the other thing you do with Moltarion is you pass him off to the opponent. And so then he'll be there on the field dealing damage to the opponent. So I was like, what can I do to damage the opponent when they're like, at half health or whatever? But Moltarion, because he is an auto protector, I had to go around them. Hence the true hit from Pandronorka, the raw from Pandronorka, the raw from Nova Drake, and the true hit from Ian Rax. Anyway, switched up the team a little bit to get some better sleep control because for whatever reason, I was just having no success with one-on-one. And I think also you saw in that team I had like, who was it? Sacramega as a backbite monster. And the backbite monsters were just like, they were just taking too long, spending too much time, wasting time that the enemy was asleep, things like that. So there, got a bunch of work done with my Knight Rider and sent the Moltarion off to his side of the field. Going to keep his Carmilla pretty much useless, dealing damage to this Tortogeist. I also brought along an Anka Dragon so I could Guardian Execute and get a kill if I needed it. I had Cyperdriss next in line so that the Warp Field people coming in, could get turns faster and go around the Moltarion stuff. So that was kind of the gist here. But now we're in a bit of a standstill because my Knight Rider wasn't quite in desperate range. Now he is. Mortilis is almost dead, and he obviously doesn't want to kill him, doesn't want to eat the revenge. Saraziel is also almost dead, but again, not really doing much other than the give turn. He goes for Giga Blaze there. I'm not sure. Oh, I know exactly why. The other thing with Molten Gift is you can't use it if you control a mythic monster. So if you build your team around that, and then you have ways to go around the protector, you can give them like permanent Moltarion basically if you know they have a mythic, right? And let's face it, it's 2025. Your opponent's probably going to have a mythic. So that's kind of an exciting, fun way to go about it, right? His Moltarion finally dies, kill off the Alice. Desperate Chomp, the Iridescizarch. I guess I was less scared about Demule because I don't have any of my humanoids on the field yet. Kill his Woolala. Crimson Drake comes in. He could have killed Missile Torment, but at that point, things weren't looking great for him. So we move on with the win. On to the next battle against the Worms. I'm not able to do the Hellish Shriek from Mortilis. And Regalian with the Gravity Field means I can't use Molten Gift. He seals Mortilis. Perpius kills my Saraziel, which means I can't get rid of the people with sleep. And Ader kills Mortilis. Not great. I also can't use the team turn because of Regalian. So basically, his front line completely made my front line completely useless, which is awesome and great and fun. I can use Molten Gift now. I go for Calamitis. Unfortunately, hits his Roseus. Calamitis is going to have that shield anyway, so it doesn't matter. I accelerate. No, I don't accelerate. I go for the Fast Strike. Who was I trying to Fast Strike? I'm not sure, honestly. But now Moltarion's going off, so we'll see if he sends him back. No, he just kills Soul Blaze. Doesn't matter about the Sleep Revenge because he's doing damage to everybody there. Puts his worms to low health, and then I just Guardian Execute to instantly charge the Blood Crave on Anka Dragon. That's another way you can use him, is basically you're giving them a protector. So there aren't many things that do that. You could Lyra, you could... That might be it. I mean, you could like... I did this once where I gave them an Arachnodiva by Rockoid morphing a Crimseus. So because you kill a teammate, then the Mirror Revenge gives it to the enemy team. I did that in my Bavagoge video. But this is like a reliable way to put a protector in the enemy team. So if they have raw moves or things like that, you can just shut that down. And then, like I said, if they have a mythic, then it completely invalidates the mythic. So it is pretty polarizing, quite polarizing, in fact. I was running my mythics later in the team so that I could kind of try to sweep up at the end. But yeah, I think Moltarion's really fun. What I was trying to do is set up a way to like sweep super buff stuff. And I was going to try this like really intricate setup, but I don't have Annika. Basically, the goal is like you put the enemies far enough out of play where you can set up a Moltarion on their field. You have an Elm accelerated and focused with concentrate dodgy. And then you have like XYZ, Bastia, dodgy, and Marrowdrake on the field. That's your team of 4. Marrowdrake is stunning Moltarion eternally. And then as monsters are entering, they're getting stunned, and Bastia is stopping their revenges. And then Dodgy is just passing time and using Last Kiss to kill everybody, basically. I tried that. There's some nuance to it that's tricky. But that was like my PvE thought for Moltarion. But again, didn't quite come to fruition. Here, just cleaning up, Spirit of Stare kills the Moku, and Slayerbeak kills the Centurion. Moving on to the final Moltarion battle, we are up against GD Old School. Yet another battle where I can't pull off the Hellish Shriek. But Pantranorca doesn't really have a target. Ankara, what'll he do? Shield Stealth. Shield Stealth might be irrelevant because you have Aura Dragon with a turn next. We'll see what he does. He just skips. Purifying Mist with Aura Dragon, that's fine. I can take the stealth off of Ankara and Anka Dragon. Now he could probably do the stealth shield. Because I don't think he has a target for the slash. He does. He just puts a Nico counter, takes off the shield. Because now he can kill Saraziel, right? Oh, wait, what? Why are you running Pantranorca in a Tortogeist front line? You can't use any of the raw moves. Huh. Anyway, here's the team turn. I purify past some time so I can accelerate with the Soul Blaze and then just kill him off. Puts the Tortogeist to sleep, doesn't put the Aura Dragon to sleep, but that's fine because I can Elm Omnicide, kill off the Cleoeon, and probably just Elm Omnicide the Aura Dragon. Yeah. I will knock back next the Arachna. No, I just go for the Desperate All right off the bat. Kill the Ankara, kill the baby Tortogeist, get the turn back. Knight Rider eats the Death Revenge from Arachna, which is unfortunate, but I don't super care. I skip there. Oh, to not wake up the Pantranorca, so I can send back the Knight Rider. Now he has the Moltarion, which he can't get rid of because of Maeve, by the way. So his Orca also can't do anything, although now he has Bloodcrave charged. So he has Bloodcrave charged, but he's going to die to recoil like the next hit. So not super worried about that. Takes the shield off Fyriel. And I think I just go for... Oh, I went for a Void Blood Theory to kill the Hansa Wolf, which didn't hit, unfortunately. True hit the Pantranorca. He was going to die off anyway. Guardian Demise the Knight Rider. Maeve is taking 2 damage. Crescendo Strike luckily goes around to kill her. I don't want this Knight Rider to get a Desperate All off. I go for the Ultra Thunder, and I think I looked at the rest of my team to see like how many monsters I really had left. A lot of rocks at the end from the Rockoid morph, but I wanted to make sure I could clean up that Swift. What is it? Ultra Wave will slow down the Arachnoid and the Sukenchi. He does the Sleep Bomb. Lucky for me, Firiel is Firiel and Sleep Immune. So I do the Devolve on Spectre Fox because Spectre Fox also has Purify. And we lose the rock to the Revenge there. And at this point, it's pretty much over. I skip a little bit so that Valzarane can get a turn soon. Guardian Demise Sukenchi rather than killing 2 people just to be really safe. Shield Valzarane. Void Confidence Strike is going to kill the Triviathan. Firiel can kill anybody, but now Yukihime's awake, so I get a double sleep. Ian Rex has been on the field forever, so I could have just ended it with a Slash All there, but I went with the true hit to kill his Cynthia. And that is going to do it for this Moltarion video and the Super Epic series. These are 6 great monsters that I had a ton of fun with. Hope you guys enjoyed all these videos. I really had a fun time. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.